I woke him up.
I did. I wouldn't. Wake
You got to
somebody. Oh,
echo
there's
again.
Bone Pile. All of a sudden, Bone Pile's on.
We're echoing again.
Am I?
Yeah, I am.
Let me turn mine. Everybody will complain.
Yep.
Let me turn my gain down. He said we must have pissed old Bone Pile off because he's not back on. And I looked down and said, "Oh shit, 6:05 already." They're just talking away, talking crap about Jared Fisher and everybody else. Jared, I don't know if Mommy's going to let him get on. He has a big honeydew list where he can come to the rendezvous next week. Still 100 degrees in Phoenix.
Here too, right Mr. Now? Richard.
Let me see. We're 71 degrees. And let me embarrass myself when I say it's dirty humid and it's only, where are we at? Oh, shit. We're 66% humidity right now.
You probably got us beat. Let's see what ours is.
Dying.
It hadn't rained here in like 3 days. So.
It's rained about 1/10 of an inch in the last hour.
Let's see. We're at 66.
Are you?
Yeah.
And how hot are you right now?
Right now it is 88.
Hey, you got us beat.
It was 100 today.
We're 70 degrees and raining. 70 degrees and raining. So, yep. So what's new in Louisiana? Any good stories? Any good homicides? Any good deaths? You didn't get to get on last week because you were chasing bad guys.
Yeah. 25 hours when we got him.
You're a runner, huh?
Yeah, we got to actually do something different. I had never done before. We hunted people with beagles.
See if we can get Kenny Cardelli's the AWDA toilet cleaner. That's what he told me today. He's gotten
if you
more.
Deal with Chris long enough, you'll get it all over you. That's for certain.
Oh yeah, full of shit. He's gotten more. He got Vortex. So Vortex sponsoring Canyon Coolers. Let me see if I can get. I mean, I don't even know. Marsupial. They sent a bunch of stuff. I have JR Taxidermy donating a 50% off a shoulder mount. Let me go over here since I'm so prepared all the time. That's what makes this podcast interesting. We just
Chris, you got to actually kill something before you can get it shoulder mounted.
Well, I have 2 bears in the freezer that I got to get done. I haven't took over there. And one of them, he has to sew the paw back on because Cody, for some reason, just started hacking and cut a paw. I'm like, what are you doing? We're supposed to... So that's going to cost me a little bit. So,
She is blonde.
That is true. She got a motorcycle now, so she thinks she's cool.
Well, she's blonde and she's a welder.
Yep. What else we got? We got a bunch of stuff for raffle. Got some AWDA memberships up for raffle. Might do it different this year. Last year you picked. We had $20 raffle and dollar raffles. I think $20 and $1. $20, we had all the big stuff. Oh, we got a couple guns. Cody King is, I don't know. I tried to call him. He didn't answer. Probably fishing.
That's like, where's Waldo?
Yeah. So I sent him a link. He might be here. He might not be here. What else do we got? We got a bunch of stuff. I don't even know. Kenny was supposed to send me a list, and he might have via.
He said give him 20 minutes.
Yeah, he might have. Outlook. He probably has to go feed his dogs. I don't think he sent me an email. He might have sent me an email. There's someone else. There's a meat place. Let me see here. Where are we at? Nope. on my, I don't know, on my other computer. But there's a meat place that he could tell us that threw in some stuff. No list yet. God damn it. Kenny Cardelli. This is why you're cleaning toilets.
It's crunch time, Kenny. You got less. Well, you got just about a week left.
Hell, he's doing more than I am. I got 3 shitters coming. Last year we only threw one down and it's all we used. So just in case Kenny shows up and blows them up. And then I got a hand wash station coming. And if you guys have not signed up for your dinner for the rendezvous, besides being the losers and procrastinators, you need to go to azhhr.com and get signed up. Once you hit add to cart, you got to go up to the cart, push on it, and it'll take you to the checkout. Ryan, if Ryan's here tonight, West Kentucky. Someone's coming from Oklahoma. They text me today.
Didn't we have some folks from Oklahoma last year?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna get a sign-in list. I gotta try to make this a little bit more professional than the first year we were. I don't know. First year was pretty fun.
Well, it was unorganized and just worked. You know.
That would be cool, Nichols. What do you have? Chris, where can I get info for your azhhr.com? AZ, let me see if I have a banner for it. No. HZ. Now, AZWDA right now, I should have waited till after the rendezvous, but I just went to this whole new system where you'll be able to do automatic signups and renewals for your membership, donations, whatever. Oh, here you go. Is this it? Visit AZHSR to see when the next Hound rendezvous will be there. Let me just.
It's next weekend, David Nichols.
It's next weekend. Somebody showed up a week later last time because they thought they got the dates mixed up.
Well, the first year the guitar picker didn't show up because he got his dates mixed up.
That's a ticker. Let me create a banner. azhhr.com. And if you click right on that front picture, it'll take you right to the sign up. Right to the sign up. There you go. Oops. Show. Wait. Nope. Edit. To sign up. So, and then that new site I'm on, you'll be able to register to go. So whether you're buying your dinner or not, we know you're coming. Kind of getting professional out there, hoping to.
Don't hold your breath, people.
Nope. Last year when we left the rendezvous, I said, I am going to.
Yes, David Nichols, it is in Arizona.
Add banner. What is it doing here? Something's going on. Oh, son of a gun.
You're trying to do too much.
Ah, man, I know. I don't
know.
Y'all
look out. His brain's going to explode.
Then I lost it. It went somewhere.
He's supposed to, Mr. David. Now, last time I talked to him, he said he was going to have Derek drive him out. He was flying.
His dogs?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there it is. Yes, he's supposed to. Cody King's going to be out here. It's in Arizona. Yes, it is in Arizona. Jeremy and the rest of y'all have already spent your retirement on Hounds. That is fact. Oh, shit. And he got a haircut.
Holy shit.
Got too hot down here. I couldn't take it.
Sarah made him clean up.
She wanted me to keep growing it out. I'm getting a little gray on top. She don't like it.
Oh. You gotta grow it out and cover them The receding hairlines. That's what. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm.
getting that.
Look, I'm trying to grow mine out too. It's like a
I'm
brush
getting
forward.
that too a little bit. Except I got a
You got-
lot more gray on top. Now.
You do. I'm getting gray. I got a little patch of gray right in here, and every
Haven't
time I
trying to-
look in the mirror, it looks like I was painting and got paint. It's not
Yeah.
paint, man.
Keeping up with Casey Fair will do that to you.
Oh, we don't want
That's
to
a
talk
true
about
story.
him. Yeah. Oh, there's some trash talk going on here between Bonehead and what did you say up here?
Anderson.
Bonehead, I'm going to have to change course and start calling you Bone Pile. Unfortunately, you aren't living up to the Bonehead anymore. Just give it a minute. Just give it a few, Miss Anderson. I just got started. It took me a while to hike back to camp. I've never seen someone hunt so much in his life. You just ain't that much fun anymore.
Hike back to camp. Don't you live back east? No hiking back to camp back east.
You had to drive back to camp.
Yeah, you got to drive back to camp. What are you
Backyard.
going across a quarter-mile pasture?
Jared, you getting rain down there in southern Arizona?
I just got my road fixed a couple days ago. We got 4 inches the other day.
It dumped today.
We haven't got nothing yet. So, but yeah, I had to bring 3 truckloads of AB in, and then the truck got stuck. So then we had to go give him a ride back to his house, grab his loader, pulled the truck out with his loader, and then he drove his truck back and left the loader. So I was like, well, I'm using it.
Uh-oh. David Nichols calling out Cody King and his dogs.
Good
Better
luck,
have your
all
shit
I can
squared.
tell you. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't call Cody King out.
Because that country where we're going is rough. Is it not, Jared Fisher?
I don't
They
want to run
say,
it.
Anderson, I grew up in Texas for the first decade of my life, and those are tornadoes. These are dust devils with a little bit of moisture in them, is all they are.
Yeah, we get little fingers that come down. Like they had one out here south of Tucson, and as this little finger came down, we already had terrible wind. You didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, that happens in the summer too, and it's just dust.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty gnarly dust devils in Arizona.
We get hurricanes and tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they call them tornadoes, but they're not.
How many people are going to the rendezvous? Dustin was asking me today. I talked to him.
6 of us.
6 of us.
Yeah.
I think Sarah
and 2 people from either the UP or Wisconsin. Some of Cody's buddies.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Whole passel of them. There's a whole passel of them.
Yeah, me and Dustin are trying to figure out. I'm going to bring my wall tent up so he can.
Do his print stuff?
No, I'm going to bring my wall tent up for us to camp out of. Maybe we'll see. And then that way he can haul my side-by-side back to his house so I can come drive back to Tucson and grab my horses.
Riverside.
You got your horses with you?
Yeah, they're at the house right now.
Are you bringing them?
No, I'm going to bring my side-by-side up so that way Dustin can haul it back to his house, and then I'll drive back to Tucson and grab them, and then I'll drive back up north.
David said he's from Riverside, California. Some of the toughest hunting around. You think that Riverside's dirtier than Texas, where Cody hunts? That's pretty dry.
Yeah, it's pretty dry, but it's not near about like where Casey's hunting.
Like the nice part about Casey's country is it's brushed up, so dogs can pull scent off the brush. The crappy part is it's brushed up, and you can't find a track for nothing. And
it's brushed up, it's bluffed up.
You can't. I can find tracks all over the place. Maybe cow tracks, but
Indian tracking.
Puts his ear to ground and heard where the lion walked.
Yep.
So.
But was I not right on that one that I pointed out?
You were. You were right on that blade of grass that was laid over.
I'm still getting some squelch.
Definitely a line track.
Dude, we were trailing a line and we're walking back and forth this line across the road and we couldn't find where it crossed the road. We turned out about 2 miles before that. And there's this little draw. And it was a natural crossing for that line to go through, but he points out this blade of grass that's laid over. And he's like, you think that line laid that grass over? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I was like, let's call a dog over and check it out. Sure as shit. They hit
right
that
up
spot.
Went right up that draw where I told you.
Yep, went right up that little finger draw.
That's from years of trapping.
Yep.
Yeah.
And knowing what you're after.
That's right.
I ain't never wanted a cat before in my life, but I've trapped the shit out of them.
It was a good spot for him.
I just depends if it's lean over to the left or lean over to the right.
That's right.
If it's male or female. Oh, David's on a roll. God dang. Look, I'm not talking shit about anyone or where they hunt or how they do. Don't get me wrong, Cody King, I actually look up to you. But could you imagine if I came over to Arizona with my one-eyed Jack Russell? Oh, we can imagine that all day long, but can your one-eyed Jack Russell go trail a lion or a bobcat?
Sounds to me like he's trying to take up Bone Pile's slack.
Cross and smoke, Cody, whole pack. That sounds just like man. Bone Pile got a brother,
A cousin.
West Coast brother.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's done a video in a long time.
No, it's too hot.
I got tons of videos to edit. I just hadn't had time to edit them.
I haven't done nothing. I haven't even rode a dog since I've been back down here because all the rattlesnakes are on the road.
Is there a lot of rattlesnakes right now? Oh, the rain.
Rain brought them out, and then they're breeding right now, so they're kind of busy moving.
Well, they need to move right on next state or down to Mexico.
Right.
They can make it through that fence.
Mm-hmm.
And over it. Uh-oh. David just needs to start talking about throwing welds. David, are you welder? That was seal the deal.
If he is, we know for certain.
It will seal the deal. Oh man, I tell you. So we had 2 units open for bear, and it actually lasted longer than I thought. But it did close.
Are they closed now?
They're closing today, and I think it got posted yesterday that it was closing today, which I'm really surprised. But
Unit 1 again?
No, Unit 1 wasn't even open. There was only 4B and 3B open. That's the only units open for bear. And there was only a 1 sow limit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, from what we saw in 3B, there wasn't many bears out there.
Everything. I got to put all these on here so people can read them. Bro, my one-eyed Jack Russell is a broke cat dog. Well, you don't want something that's broken.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Scroll on down.
So I know I can hunt against any of the dogs. Here's the thing for me. I only get 1 dog, and I hunt with no tracking collar, and I don't need one. Have you hunted 23 before?
No.
Mm-mm. Yes, I'm a welder. Why you ask?
That's what I said. It's confirmed.
All right, Bone Pile. 60-11. What do we got? Do I hear 90-17? Tig, Mig, come on, man. I got an everything but a bobcat dog, but I'll probably see a few with her. I love Cody King, but
we're just going to rename this the Bone Pile rendition.
Nichols Bone Pile Show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good one. Come on, Bone Pile, just get on a plane and come over.
Hey, Jared, when Dustin calls this dog, you need to pick it up.
Yeah,
He's strong, dude.
Gamey.
gaming. He called me. He's pretty excited about it when he bought it. So when he bought that pup. So
I put it on a coontail earlier. And it's all about it.
right on.
So
Listen,
If it wasn't blue, I'd think about it.
listen.
it's black enough.
I'll go get-
It is a dark blue. I'll say that. I
I'll
got
go
one
get.
blue tick already.
I'll go get a monkey hide and I'll send it to you real quick so you can get him on that monkey hide.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the coon hide's doing. The same difference.
Does good though, huh?
I almost thought
Yeah.
she was gonna tree it, but she was hot. The only reason why she wasn't.
I got to go pick up a dog from Dustin here in a little bit.
One of his pups or what? Or one of yours?
No, he's got a dog that's going blind. So I'm going to.
What do you
Pick it
rescue
up.
now?
No. It's just a dog's a year and a half old, went to be able to see good. Now it can't see more than 10 feet.
Or what's that from, you think?
I don't
There's
know.
a
That's why
disease.
I'm taking it to the vet.
Oh,
There's a disease. We had a batch of that one time.
But yeah, no, I'm taking him to the vet probably next week or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Got
Oh,
that
yeah?
dog hauled down to Tucson, so I got to go meet him tonight, and then haul it to Tucson or Safford next week.
What can they do with a dog that's going blind? I mean, is it,
I don't know. Maybe it's
is it
diabetic.
reversal?
No, I doubt it. Just see if we can't stop it or slow it down. Because it's a nice dog. Real nice dog.
You might hunt against Casey's dogs all you want, but I don't think he can keep up with Casey. What do you think,
No.
Jared?
Casey Fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
I've hunted with them twice. And
Listen,
They're
I
like
know
little
I know
mountain
how
goats.
much Jared walks. Casey don't walk. He just
look at
goes.
Bone Pile. Bone Pile said, "Hell, he's drunk tonight. I got to catch up."
Bone Pile finally calling someone out for being drunk instead of people calling him out. We're gonna enjoy you, David. We are going
Yeah.
to enjoy you.
Yeah, we always need some comedic
Bone
relief.
Pile called you worthless, by the way. David must be talking about cougar hunting if he's mentioned South Cali, not Bobcat. Them
Yeah,
cougars
he's got them those. What was it? Gene Moore sent us the other day about the large cougars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God dang. You're funny. I'm a 51-year-old Chinese Irish and Native American human. Well, Bone Pile isn't human. Bone Pile isn't human.
Yeah, we don't win.
Bone Pile. I have 3 years sober. Well, maybe you're not going to be as fun as Bone Pile then. Man, we could probably just sit here and read comments for another hour. Stir
Good
that shit
Lord.
pot, boys. He's primed for fun tonight.
Lord have mercy.
Yep. Oh, Jesus, man. Chinese, Irish, Native American, and now he throws it in as a Mormon. He'll fit
The
right
only
in.
Mormon coon hunter that you know of? Well, yeah, okay.
I know a lot. I know a lot of them here.
A lot of them boys
Anyways.
run dogs. A lot of them. A lot of
pretty
good,
sure.
a lot of good guys.
Bone Pile got sick of no one talking to him, so he had to create another account. He has his phone, 2 phones going right now, talking to himself. Yeah, we love you both, even though you're one person. So, anyways, unit shuts down, and I get a bunch of texts, and I get a bunch of emails, and who did it, boo-hoo, blah, blah. So, yep.
Well, I mean, shoot, 70% of the bears that are killed are by spot and stalk guys.
Yes.
70%.
Well, like 23 South was shot out last year by spot and stalkers.
Well,
First day.
Oh yeah, well they got that prickly pear coming right off that ridge there, that rim, and yeah, it's
Yep.
you can glass 6-7 bears
That
up
and the
and
fire, you know.
open that country up. Plus,
Yeah.
there was no acorns last year, so all they had to eat out in that country was all that prickly pear, and
They love that prickly pear, and so all you gotta do is sit on a good field, and you'll get a bear. You'll get a bear. That's how I used to hunt them back before I got dogs.
yeah,
Glow bear one, 500-yard shots.
I saw one last night. That's probably the first one I've seen in this part of the world in a while. I don't want to go run him. He's limping. Makes for a bad day.
Here we go. Here goes the competition.
Good Lord.
Even if I was blackout drunk for a week.
You can't make this stuff up.
No. Nope. I could write a book. You ever seen those like TikToks or reels that they take the real bad memes and they make a song out of the comments?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny. You could do it on this one for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely do it on this one. But anyways, and then that's why I said hunters versus hunters, because and then I seen a reel by a girl named California or something. And and she was talking about dog hunters and archery hunters hating dog hunters and deer hunters hating deer hunters, and I mean it makes a lot of sense. And then now we got this lawsuit in Arizona, which I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. All their numbers are stupid. So if anybody hadn't heard about the lawsuit, it's just, did you read anything about that, Jared?
No.
Is there any way to countersue them for false?
No,
it's not technically.
That whole company's sue happy.
Well, why do they sue?
They're suing like 12 different ranches right now in Arizona too, but no one talks about that.
No, it doesn't make news.
Yeah, they're trying to sue a bunch of ranches right now in Arizona too.
What for? What? The cattle tearing up the land?
Yeah, something about cattle and the stupid frog and the Cherokee or leopard frog or whatever.
There ain't no frogs in Arizona. It's too dry.
Yeah, we got a Cherokee or leopard frog, and they're protected, and they're going after a bunch of ranches right now.
And who's to say they don't? Some of them dummies don't grab those. I'm not saying they do. I'm just saying how hard it would be to grab one of them leopard frogs and go dump it in a cow pond somewhere. And take
All
a
it
picture
is
of it.
It's the same thing as the spotted owl in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. That's why Unit 27 and 1 burned down. They didn't want to mess up the owl population, but where are they at now?
Yep. It's the same thing. That whole biz company, fucking whatever you want to call them, they just want to kick everyone off the mountain and look at it.
Well,
from
and
a
watch it go to shit.
They make money at it. That's where it needs to stop. And the thing is that has to be a federal law that passes that say you don't get reimbursed for suing the government or an agency. That's stupid. Now I don't know if they get reimbursed for the ranchers, but say you sue the government, I don't know how they're manipulating the money, but if they're inflating lawyer prices and they have a $700 lawyer that's kicking you back money, and half of your team are lawyers and paralegals you're charging to work on this case, you're racking up a big $500,000 bill or $300,000 bill to sue, and then nothing comes of it, and it goes away, and you get your money back. Fucking dogs. And you get your money back.
Jared hasn't been training your pups, has he?
Not
Fisher. Not Fisher, the other one.
Undercover. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
I've heard he's working like a mad dog.
He's in Houston right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he came back for about 2-3 weeks, and I think he's going to be in. He goes to Canada next week. He'll fly in for the rendezvous.
Right on.
So he leaves Arizona to go to Louisiana, buys a house in Louisiana to work there, and then has to go to Canada.
And
He's going to have houses all over the place.
At least spent a month in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making that big money.
Someone's got to build America.
That's a fact. It ain't us
Someone
hunters.
has to do it.
We're destroying
me.
it, killing
Yep.
everything.
Ain't me. I tried it. I didn't like it. Too soft.
So the basically
Y'all not
lawsuit.
be now.
Yeah. Casey toughened you up.
Yeah. Made me cry at night. I'm tired, Grandpa.
I just want a snack.
I just want a snack.
You got anything besides a protein bar?
Oh man, you don't eat nothing during the day, so.
Not me, man. I gotta eat. Pocket of jerky or Cheez-Its or something.
Yeah, Casey will kill you. You got to watch him.
But who asked? Who asked that? Who was asking that? Oh, Rick Cooley. Anyway, lawsuit just saying we're going to be out of lions in 10 years. I think I don't remember what that number is, but so they take
What they don't understand is Arizona will never be out of mountain lions.
No.
Because we have a little nugget of California, Mexico, and then we have 3 giant Indian reservations where they don't hunt mountain lions, really. You got the San Carlos, the White Mountain Apache, and the Toda Odom. All those 3 reservations are breeding grounds for lions.
Yep.
Every last one of them. And the Yavapai, Wallapai. So that's 4. And how much, their Indian reservations take up how much of Arizona?
Quite a bit.
About
We
half
gave
of it.
them some of, we gave them
44% or.
We gave them some of the prime.
Oh yeah.
Mountain country for animals. We're never going to run out.
Is reservation. 27% is reservation.
Yeah, but 27% of good country. If you've ever drove through the San Carlos or the White Mountain Apache.
No, yeah. So
the rest of it's barren.
And
Apaches and Navajos have the land.
Yeah.
That was shit land in the old days. We gave it to them because we didn't want it. No, we can't do nothing there.
And now it's just a breeding ground. It is literally a breeding ground.
And even if you shut it down here, they're going to still hunt there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. I mean, who was I talking to? I was talking to an old timer here in Tucson about lion hunting. He didn't run lines or anything. He was a big elk and coos deer guy, but he got a San Carlos tag way back, and game wardens were shooting mountain lions and bears on sight back then because of the San Carlos elk tags.
Let me. Oh, they're still depredizing lions here today. The thing is they exploit the numbers. They manipulate it, and they take 5-6 years and say we killed 1,700 lions, and our quota is only 350. And there's only now, if you think about it, let's just say we have 3,000 lions in Arizona. Let's just take that number, and they say we've killed 1,700 lions. Our quota is 350 a year. We kill 277. So what do you see there? You see 3,000, you see 1,700. That's more than half of 3,000. Our quota is 350. So 350 times 10 years, you're out of lions. But no one sees that's a number from 2018 to 2024. Right? They only see that number, 3,000 or 2,500, and they see 1,700. So you're killing over half the lions in Arizona.
That's what they say.
That's what it looks like. That's what the average Joe that doesn't know conservation or any kind of management, that's sitting at home watching Housewives in New York or whatever, that's what they see. They see those big numbers, and that's all they see, and that's all they hear. They don't really hear that between 2018 and 2023, they hear 2,500 lions, 1,700 have been killed.
Yep.
So that makes it, we only got 1,000 lions left. You know what I mean? And that's how they play the game. That's not true.
I don't like talking about this because then I get mad because it's all about lies and bullcrap.
It is. It is. The CBD comes out with this stuff. And I think that I haven't really broke down the lawsuit. But basically they're calling for a cease and desist. They want us to stop lion hunting until we can figure out what the numbers are. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Lawsuit. CBD in Arizona. Let me see. It's just another ploy, you know. It's brought out on August 7th. Basic argument: Arizona Game and Fish is legally obligated to manage wildlife for benefit of the public, and CBD claims that the state's current mountain lion hunting system is allowing too many lions to be killed to remain sustainability. They're asking a judge to stop the issuance of mountain lion hunting tags till the population has demonstrated sustainable reproduction and recovery.
I've already got mine.
Yes. So when did they bring it out? They brought it out on August 7th. Lion season starts August 21st. Yep. So it's 2 weeks. You know, we have a quota of 350 lions.
It's like 330, something like that. 331
So the CBD says between 2018 and 2024, 1,937 mountain lions of known age were killed by permitted sport hunters. 54%. Now, this is where wording is important, because this is the false part. This is the big word. 54% were what? Kittens or pre-reproductive juveniles. 27% were kittens 1 year older or younger. Only 8% were 6 year old or older. And that's what the age the CBD describes
most
trophy age.
Most toms don't live past 6.
So let's break that down though. Are we allowed to kill kittens?
No.
So how were 54% kittens and how were 20% kittens 1 year older? That's not a kitten.
No, you can call it a subadult or what have you.
Mm-hmm. They don't use that in here though.
No.
They don't.
How they want the heartstring language in there.
Yes. Which is what.
So that's where
Same thing Sarah does to Jared when she wants him to come home and do honeydews.
Which is stupid. I'm over it.
Come on, goddammit. So that's where the whole hunters are killing kittens coming from. So, and they're just saying, they're talking about the age of lions, and they're calling them kittens. They're not saying hunters are legally shooting spotted kittens, which are two different things.
Yes.
Basically, CBD says we don't like mountain lion hunting. Supposedly, they brought 3 population modeling experts into the case. Who is that? Are they butterfly? Are they what kind of experts are they? You know, according to the complaint, the 3 independent models are all reached the conclusion that continuing the current level of sport harvest would eventually result in an unsustainable, non-viable population. This is the same thing that happened in California. So They're saying it's going to be done in 15 years.
Well, let's go to 15 years and see where we sit then.
Yeah. And who is let me see, season zones that didn't reach quota. 70 in 2021 to 22, 73% of the zones didn't reach quota. 22 to 23, 56% did not reach quota. 23 to 24, 53% did not reach quota. 24 to the 25, 81% did not reach quota.
That was 2 years ago. That was a hard year of hunting.
25 to 26, 50% did not reach quota.
Yep.
Which I'm surprised there was as many lions killed.
Last year was a good year of lion hunting. Last year was a dang good year of lion hunting.
And there was no snow.
When I show up.
Yeah. Last year was a good year, but I remember the year before when it was 80% open. That was tough. That was a tough year of trailing.
So if hunters aren't filling the majority of the quotes, right? What does that do? Does that weaken CBD's argument that the quota itself is driving the population decline? Because they're using those numbers.
I would say so. I would also say if the numbers were falling, the closures would be more. You know what I mean?
If we were killing 80%, 90%, that's all they're going to do is drop the numbers.
I got to go yell at my dogs.
I already yelled at my dogs. So basically, this is what the CBD want the courts to do. They want to suspend mountain lion hunting tags. They want to declare the current management system arbitrary and capricious. They want to declare that the Arizona Game and Fish is violating the public trust doctrine. They want to declare that the Arizona Game and Fish is violating Arizona's gift clause, which I honestly don't know what that is. I have to look it up. And keep the hunting tag suspension in place until self-sustaining reproduction and population recovery has been established and verified. Now, don't you think
you got echo now, Chris?
I do. Do I have an echo right now? Is it still echoing?
Yeah.
Why do I have an echo? Oh, I bet you it's picking up on Jared's.
You're good on my end.
Did it go away now?
Must have. I don't hear it.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Why are you the only one that hears it? I don't know why I'm echoing on myself.
I don't.
You can't hear an echo. Oh, too many. Maybe it's just Jeremy. Hang on. Can you hear it now, Jeremy? I muted you. Maybe your volume. Well, you're on headphones. I don't know why it was. So that's what they want to do. That is kind of how do you place a suspension on a self-sustaining until it becomes a self-sustaining reproduction and population recovery that's been established and verified? It shouldn't be established and verified first. Shouldn't you establish exactly? Oh, yeah. Yeah. He does. And you got all these people like Floyd Green and Ron Thompson. And Ron Thompson was supposed to be doing a study over there. Where's all that data? Where's all of our data from what we've been doing in the last 10 years? Protect. They keep saying this. Arizona already has laws requiring the state to protect and manage wildlife for the public, and Arizona Game and Fish is violating those obligations by allowing an unsustainable harvest. So where did they get the information? that says our population. Where did they get their numbers that their experts went
They
through?
made them up.
So, we have, I mean, basically, Game and Fish is just saying they're not arguing. They're not publicly fought the scientific allegations. So, CBD's allegations, expert analysis in the complaint, they have it. They just haven't done nothing with it yet. But I know there's a lot of calls going out to rally people against them.
Well, Arizona is one of the most productive lion hunting states there is. Or not lion hunting, any hunting. Everyone talks about the giant mule deer in Arizona, the elk. Dang sure the desert bighorn sheep. You're not gonna find a whole lot better units for the desert bighorn sheeps in Arizona.
No. So
here's
what
everything has been managed wonderfully in Arizona. But I gotta hop off here. I gotta go into town. I'm already mad. I hate talking about this stupid stuff. Why can't people fucking drink a latte in town and stay out of it?
That's what the biggest
be
question.
careful.
Yeah, I will be. Now I'm all worked up.
Oh, fucking Jared.
Take it out on Dustin.
Yeah, take it out on Dustin. Go kick a dog. Go kick Dustin's dog.
Yep.
You out of here?
Go blind for good. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
So
Get
here's
him
the
back
question.
and we run him off.
I know. But that's another one of the problems too, is no one wants to talk about it, right? Here's some questions that need answered. Where did the 54% number come from? How many kittens, juveniles, adults, unknown age lions are classified? How are they classified? How many of those lions were actually harvested by hound hunters versus spot stalkers or predator callers, right? What does Game and Fish, what does their estimate show? Where does their model show? If Arizona has a stable population, where are the replacement lions coming from? And they these are just questions that probably could be asked and answered. How much immigration occurs between Arizona, Utah, Nevada, California, New Mexico, and Mexico? Why are so many zones failing their quotas?
Because it's a hard country.
These are zones too. These aren't units. Yeah. These are zones. What percentage of the harvest lions are females? What percentage of adult females are being harvested? Right. We have that information.
That's a year to year,
we have that information.
Answer though.
Oh shit. I didn't add him. I thought I added you already. That's the information you have to know.
Ah, fuck.
That's how you do. You just show up hard. What's up? Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
He's messing something up. We'll give him time to catch up to us. Can't hear us? He's not on mute. Go out and come back in.
There we go.
There you are. Gotta take the mute button off.
Ah, fuck. You gotta be smarter than the computer.
Yeah, none of us here are. So we're gonna run out of lions. But where are they getting those numbers? We're failing our quota. We're failing our quota in every zone. Some of them are 50%. Very seldom there were some 80%.
I read something today that there's 3,000 lions in Arizona. That, is a little bit of article by the Game and Fish, saying that there's nothing wrong with our population.
Oh, did they come out with something today?
They had a little snippet. I mean, it was just, like a paragraph, but, and then KTR, the radio station 620 had a nice piece, and I was going to tag you in it today because it was actually pretty good. I could find it and send it to you. but it had, I would say, of the probably 60 people that interjected and said something, I would say 90% of them were for hunting, and fair chase. There's a couple ladies, voicing their opinion, but it was a very positive piece. They're telling, that organization's for profit, bunch of lawyers just trying to profit to make money. I mean, it was a good article. I'll send it to you.
Tim asked how many. They say there's 1,937 mountain lions of known age harvested between 2018 2024. That's what they're saying. There's nothing anywhere that say how many lions are in Arizona, right? You have to do the model. Let me see. The lawsuit's not about hound hunting, it's about lions, because they know they can't come after just hound hunting. And even if they shut down mountain lion hunting, the Game and Fish can come in and sell a pursuit tag and say we can pursue lions because we're not harvesting them, we're not killing them. I mean, yeah. Here's the thing too, is when you get into this stuff like this, and you see it all over the place. You see it back east, you see it in Arizona. The deer hunters, the deer hunters don't like dog deer hunters or hound hunters or whatever.
Archery deer hunters don't like rifle hunters.
Yeah, everybody starts picking fights. And that's where you get the hunters. We're our own enemy. Everybody knows that. So, and like this girl said, it's like California, whatever. When they're done coming after your the dogs, they're going to come after the bows. They're going to come after the coon hunters. They're going to come after the trappers. They're going to come after the bait. They'll just keep going. They don't want hunting, period. They just don't want hunting, period. That's the bottom line. And you're 27. Mark my words. I've already heard whispers, flies on the wall say that there's probably going to be a ballot initiative. So, and then the only time anybody rallies is when there's a ballot initiative. That's when all of a sudden everybody decides to throw in $1 or $2 or help out. But man, it needs to got to have that war chest, right?
That's the only way you can keep going with it. Fight the fight.
No, and it takes a lot of money. I mean, Dan Gates has been on here, and if you guys knew how much they spent in Colorado, they spent like $300,000 just to sue them to change the title of the ballot initiative.
Hell, I know how much I spent helping Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So unless we have some sort of national, you have to have a national hunting that has chapters in every state. You have to be, you have Sportsmen's Alliance, you have the Arizona Citizens for Wildlife Management, you have Protect and Serve Arizona, you have all these little ones. But when do you come together? When do you start funneling your money to them because they have that lawyer or they have that person to fight? So,
well, it's kind of like what we talked about this morning, Chris. Making alliances and talking with other groups and parlaying off each other. To have the same cause, to have the same mission statement for conservation, basically. There's so many little ones, like you said. There's so many small guys out there. You can come together as one. That's mass. That's a good good numbers equals good results, you know.
Tim B just said it best.
Take away all the things that bring revenue into the state. Jack taxes up to cover the laws, make it where everyone depends on government.
It's California.
Right? That's what some of these guys are modeling it after, honestly. And then look at, so this is how discreditable they are too, is the proposal in Oregon there. They didn't get passed because 48% of the signatures weren't legit. Oh, now you got some shit talking trouble coming. Benny Dog.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, talking about that lawsuit in Arizona because we killed too many lions and we're going to be extinct within 15 years. No lions.
I heard about that lawsuit coming about 7-8 months ago.
Oh, it's been coming. Yep. They've been talking about it, but they have nothing to really stand on. They say they have 3 experts that evaluated the models. But you know, when you hire a lawyer, whether you kill someone or not, they're on your side. So when you hire somebody to come in and evaluate something, you're hiring them to find out what you're saying is right. You're not working with Game and Fish. Why you know, they didn't bring someone in from another state and say, hey, can you check this out? Let's look at the numbers. No, they'll petition and get all the information, you know, from the Game and Fish. And it just make all hunting dogs great again. It's just drama. It's always drama, and it's been a while. And every couple of years, they throw this stuff at us, and that's how it's going to be.
Well, the general public is not agriculture or rural. You know, the general public has moved into the urban setting, the suburbs and downtown and all of that. And that's who they're presenting this to. You know, they want it to go for the ballot, and they want the people. Oh, you know, it's just like those stupid ass feral horses that everybody loves, or wild horses. They've been here forever. The hell they have. The first ones in Arizona came off of the damn rodeo Chetasky fire. I was there and I witnessed it. I should have shot those sons of bitches, and I didn't. And so now look at what we got. The Heber wild horse worshiping old biddies.
No, it's a mess too. And they did the same thing. They filed an RTO, a temporary restraining or TRO, a temporary restraining order to stop them from removing the horses. Cattlemen can't even that lease the property. Cattlemen that lease that land can't even put their cattle on that land.
It's overgrazed.
Because it's overgrazed.
Yeah, I just made a comment on one of those posts today on Facebook. Or they were talking about the Forest Service killed all the cattle, the feral cattle on the Gila in the Aldo Leopold Wilderness because they were trespassing, and I brought up these feral horses that everybody's worshiping, and everybody worships them from town. And oh, you can go to Forest Lakes, and there's an old biddy there that has cameras out. She has everybody, all the horses are named, and
Black Betty.
Yeah.
That's her, Black Betty. They call her Black Betty.
So but it's not just there; it's everywhere. And these they're worshiping the predators nationwide. You know, look at the wolves, look at the bears, look at everything. They don't want anybody shooting coyotes. For crying out loud, the damn coyotes are taking over everybody's cities. You can't. My folks live in Sun City, and my stepdad was followed. He didn't even have a damn little dog to bait. He was just walking down the sidewalk one afternoon, late in the afternoon, and 11 coyotes flanked him. And nobody turns around and shoots them sons of bitches with a shotgun.
Nope.
We do here, Benny.
Anthropomorphism. Is that what it's called? Anthropomorphism?
It's called cranial rectitis.
mental disorder. No, so I don't know where this lawsuit's going to go. I don't know if anybody. That's all I can say is, as hunters, sportsmen, if we don't get together, and the most important thing is we can raise money all we want, but what are we doing with that money? Most of the time, nonprofits are so busy spending money, raising money to stay ahead, that they don't really get to put out the educational stuff that needs to be put out, or they don't get to do the demonstrations. How many hound demonstrations do you see in any of the schools, or wildlife at all? They used to have archery in schools. They don't have archery in schools no more.
They have archery in the rural out here where we live in the rural areas. Yeah. Actually, Wickenburg High School has a gunsmithing class. Every senior gets to build an AR-15 and gets to keep it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they have a good program.
There's some rogue people over there in Wickenburg. During COVID, that one cafe refused to shut their doors. They told everybody to stuff it. And I stood in line for 2.5 hours just to go in there and buy something just because I was going to support them.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good town to live in.
Yep. They don't want you smashing bugs with your windshield. That sounds funny, but I mean, it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point.
And they're using all of this crap. They're using all this crap against us, and it's really not. Look at the forest fires. And they used the spotted owl and the lies they came up with that, and Center for Biological Diversity was involved in that one, to get rid of the timber sales, get rid of the logging. And now look at what's taking place. We never hear about the stupid owl. Look it up in Alpine. Chris, over there in your neck of the woods. In Alpine, they high fenced everything, even to keep the elk out of the willows, because the southwestern desert willow flycatcher, and they can't tell those birds apart from each other. They have to listen to a certain tweet. So one of them has a different voice, and they play a tape recording. And if one of them answers that tape recording with a different voice, then they've got a southwestern desert willow flycatcher. He's on the endangered species list. They fenced everybody out. Flycatchers eat bugs. There were no cattle crapping and no elk crapping. The elk were raising their calves in those willows down there. You can go from Nelson Reservoir all the way into the town of Alpine, and they high fenced everything out, so there's no bugs because there's nothing to draw them, and there's no tweets of them stupid sons of bitches anymore. And all they did was get rid of the animals. It's taking place everywhere, and that's the same thing. And as sprawled out as Wickenburg's gotten, Wickenburg, really, there's only a few places where there's not people, all the way from Wickenburg to Prescott, or swing around through the other direction, and Peoples Valley, Prescott Valley, you swing around through all that other direction, and Yavapai County's full of people from California now.
Here's a good one. Why isn't the CBD over here protesting the wind farms? Kills a lot of animals. Takes up their land. They love the land. That Robbie feller at CBD, he's a land guy. I heard he's a land guy.
So a bunch of you guys weren't around in the 70s. 1974, 78, somewhere around in there. Whoever the wackos were at that point, they started protesting the Navajo generating station at Page, because they said, now get this, you want to bring up the wind generators right now. They said that those, and it only had one cooling tower at the time. It wasn't as big as it was before they killed it. But the flashing beacon light to keep airplanes from running into the cooling tower for the original Navajo generating station was an eyesore on the horizon, and you could see it from various places on Lake Powell, and so they didn't want that generating station because of that. Now look at where we are today.
Nope.
Man.
CBD doesn't care about the 5,000 acre solar farm being put in behind the desert. No, but they sure care about that mine over there. They sure care about that border wall.
So I happen to live over here where there's the city of Tucson Electric Power put in a wind farm right here east of my house. And they're going to try to tell all the people in Tucson how inexpensive the green energy is. But they had to build all brand new infrastructure all the way from southeast New Mexico, right next to the Texas state line, all the way to Tucson. And that's cheaper. And you can go out there and look. I drive through there a lot. And there are no cattle grazing around those wind generators. There are no coyotes in the country. That means that there's no mice, there's no gophers, there's no badgers, there's no nothing. But every one of them things has puked gear oil and slung it all over the countryside. And that's good for our environment. And this is the same people that you guys are talking about tonight. They want to do away with the lion hunting. They want to do away, you already stood up to them, Chris, and you showed them that you've got a little bit of fight in you. And so they said, well, let's go in, attack it from a different direction, and let's go in with bigger guns and all our guns blazing. And that's where you are today.
And it'll only get worse. They'll keep figuring it out and chipping away. And it's not the hunters we care about, and it's not the anti-hunters we care about. It's that big chunk of people.
Yeah, it's
Right
going
in
to turn back into regular oil, Tim.
So it's just oil that goes in the ground, and it goes back into the ground, and we'll pump it out later, right?
So I don't know if you guys remember anything about when PETA was throwing blood or mock blood on anybody wearing furs.
Yeah, I remember that. Read about it.
So what they did was, nobody got their ass kicked, nobody got shot dead, nobody got strangled, nobody got drug out down the damn street for ruining a $4,000 mink coat or whatever. But what they did was people didn't wear their furs anymore because they didn't want to have all of that stuff happen to their expensive furs. And by doing that, PETA got people to cripple the fur market. And when the fur market was crippled, the weekend trapper or early in the morning trapper, or, everybody had a job, and people trapped to earn Christmas money or to earn bonus money for this or that and the other. And it was a family operation, and the kids went out with dad or mom, and they all learned how to trap, and it was carried on through the generations. Well, when they put a stop to the fur market prices because of how they treated the people wearing furs in New York City and everywhere else, we lost a generation of trappers. And to this day, nobody traps like they used to. You got to be a real serious person to even try to trap anymore. And the money's not there like it used to be. I mean, last time I was trapping in Arizona, gray foxes were still worth $30, and you could come up with 40 or 50 gray fox every day. But all they're doing is eliminating this stuff one step at a time. And so then the general population, they're not necessarily pro-trapping or anti-trapping. They don't give a flip either way. And then they show a picture of an animal being held in a trap, and they bugger up his leg, and they do all sorts of stuff. Look at the cruelty. Oh, well, we don't want to be cruel. We don't want anybody hurting anything. So here we are. And that's the attack they're going to come with on these hounds.
Yep. And they'll manipulate the numbers. Like I said before, they got a 1,900 lion number there.
I saw that.
you know, and there's and like he said, Game and Fish is saying 3,000, so they're using that number. They say 3,000. They say 1,900's been killed. Makes it look like we only got 1,000 lions left, and we're killing, you know, 270 a year. If we only have 1,000 left, they're only going to last 5 years. You know, 10 years. So they literally say we're going to be out of lions in 10 years, which is okay. We'll just go to California and pick up some and bring them over here.
Texas has never ran out of lions, and they've always treated them like
Well, what about New Mexico? You got 2 tags. You're allowed to hunt all year except for September. There's no problem there. It ain't no different country there than it is over here.
Arizona is actually better lion country statewide than New Mexico is.
But why aren't they messing with New Mexico?
They will. New Mexico's politics. We've had governors that appointed, you know, the game commission is all appointed. And we've had governors in the past that said, you know, I'll appoint you on the commission, but I want your signed resignation letter right now. Meaning, if you piss me off, I'll accept your resignation, whether years from now, 3 years from now, have, you know, 18 months, doesn't matter. And we have had, right now, our lion hunt is a liberal lion hunt. But we have been squeezed down to very minimal lion hunting as well. So this deal's up and down. It's not as concrete as other states have been. Like, this is the first time I ever lived anywhere where they put a stop to killing anything spotted, you know, and then they said you can't kill a female. There's quotas and this and that, and that's just not how I grew up. And lion, but I also will acknowledge that lion hunting is different today than it was when I first started. You know, the quads and all of that stuff, and they're going to use that against it all too when the fight really gets stirred up. When you got people out there hunting horseback or muleback and free casting their dogs, they're not hammering the population as well. But we also don't have as many high caliber hunters like that there used to be. When they did away with the cattle on the desert, on the national forest, you know, the Tonto National Forest is full of mountain lions. And every ranch had a pack of hounds. They don't have that anymore. Hell, they don't even have the ranchers anymore.
Hardly.
So the times shifted.
They're trying to get rid of them too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just like you know, and they're shoving wolves down everybody's throat. People that I know were on, I've seen some links to it. I haven't watched it, but somebody had put it on YouTube, and I think it was an interview from a news channel, something about ranchers' wives and the wolves. And one of those ranches, Gila, and I know those people, and one of those ranches is on the Blue, and I know those people. And the wolves are annihilating everything. The people on the Gila, they've got, I don't know how many dogs they've got now, 8 or 10 or 12. They've got Kangles, and they have to run their Kangles all the time, and they still lose cattle. But what it's doing is it's keeping the wolves mostly pushed off of them and pushed onto the neighbors. Well, that doesn't help the neighbors. You know, this is a deal that with time, they're game. It just depends on how much fight got in them today.
Yeah. Well, they figured out if they can get so it worked with the horses, right? They got a judge to put a RTO, or TRO, a temporary restraining order, or whatever. They got a judge to say, stop removing them. So instead of going to the polls or instead of going to Game and Fish, they put a lawsuit saying, we want a judge to stop this until we can figure it out. I mean, that's pretty civil, right? Hey, let's just hang on a second. Let's just stop and recount this. But I want to know who the people who were, the 3 professionals they had that came out and said, these models, they did their models and said, nope, we're going to be out of lions. Because we've been doing this for how long? Since the 70s, 60s. We're like,
No, listen, Chris. The federal government had the exact same bounty system on wolves, grizzly bears, mountain lions, and coyotes. And that should tell you right there the outcome of that. The lions made it through all of that, and the coyotes, shit, they morphed into the devil. But the only thing they were able to get rid of was the wolf and the grizzly bear. But look at the country that the wolves and the grizzly bears run in compared to the mountain lions. You know, you're going to get in some bears that'll get up in the rough country, but the grizzlies aren't the same as the black bears.
no.
And the wolves stay out where they can run down their prey and hamstring them and carry on. And the mountain lions, they go wherever they please.
I think with mountain lions, people don't think we have mountain lions because people don't see mountain lions. So 70% of your hunters probably have been within 30 feet of a mountain lion when they're out there just hiking. Your deer hunters. We caught a lion one time that they ran dogs up, went past it. We drove past it, not even 30 yards off the road, seen tracks, went up. And then they went up, came back, and found that mountain lion just chilling out right there, 100 yards from where we were having lunch with a kid, and we drove 30 yards from it. They're very, very, very secretive, right? They just stay out of sight, out of mind. They crouch down. If you don't bother them, they don't move. So people don't see them like you do a bear. And you don't see bears a lot, but they don't see them like you see a coyote, you know? So what do you think, custodial arts manager?
You know, I was just scrubbing toilets. That's all I'm good at. So, scrubbing toilets.
Yep.
So.
Need to find a bunch of these activists and flush them.
Or turn them against themselves.
I mean, do they really care? Does
No.
CBD really care?
No.
Or are they just trying to make another $300,000 on a lawsuit?
They're in it for the money.
And if they're not in it for money, then why not sit down? Why not come on the show? Why not explain why they're talking about it? And maybe they're right. Maybe we only have 1,200 lions in the state, but you got to prove it, right? You're telling us there's not enough lions, and we need to stop what we're doing until we get enough. So what is their number?
So how many lions a year did Sam Derringer kill on Eddie Lackner's ranch?
Without a permit, right? Without a tag, like depredation?
Yeah. And I'm not trying to run a bus over Sam Derringer. I'm just saying, you know.
Well, how many lions were there the next year?
The same number, because he year after year after year. How many lions did Richard Dickerson kill a year down there in Texas?
Yep. A
Year,
lot.
year after year after year. And he hunted the same piece of country over and over and over.
And they just kept flowing in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to look at too, you know, like look at Oregon. If you run some statistics, I mean, Oregon has over 7,000 mountain lion, and you can't pursue mountain lion up there. You know, so what's the environmental impact they're doing up in Oregon? You know, what's their mule deer population? What's their elk population? You know, where are those numbers at? Because I mean, if you know, you think mountain lion, if we got banned in pursuit, okay, our deer population is going to dwindle away. We already have problems with water. We already have problems with habitat and construction. I mean, is the end game to have more mountain lion than normal animals? You know what I mean? More predators than habitat to support them. I mean, Jesus.
So as long as there's been people have been involved in wildlife. in the West, and especially the desert Southwest, the federal government encouraged people to move out there and stake out homesteads and improve. They called it proving up on the land. And part of that, like the number one thing, was water. So people dug cisterns, they dug springs, they dug dirt tanks, they did everything, and then they bought cattle, and that's how they made their livelihood. And the dirt tanks were a big deal. There's not enough permanent water, real dispersed permanent water without the rancher.
Right.
And the general public and even the have been turned against the ranchers slowly for how many decades now. The ranchers are welfare ranchers. They're out there living off our land. We ought to just get rid of those lazy fuckers. All kinds of shit out there. But without the rancher, there would not be the wildlife populations to hunt.
100%.
Is go to a piece of country where there's been no ranching and find out. Those dirt tanks silt in, the springs bog up. There's all kinds of shit that takes place. And man in the West increased wildlife numbers and worked on the predators twofold to take care of their own livelihood, and it helped the wildlife. And now when you take the people out of the picture, everything falls all to shit. All you got to do is look at California, Oregon.
That should be poster child.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the bear population in California has tripled since they quit dog hunting in 2014.
No, it's more than tripled, Chris.
Oh, you're probably right. I think they said they have 20,000 in 2014. Now there's 80.
The last number that I heard, and that's been several years ago, was 85,000. And the people that I know over there that are in the wildlife business said that it was closer to 100,000. Judging, you could go to Arizona study when Al LeCount was a bear biologist for Arizona Game and Fish, and you can look up his studies. And Four Peaks had 3 bears per square mile. That's Four Peaks right there at Tonto. 3 bears for every square mile. Well,
yeah, that was in the 90s.
They burned up Four Peaks to the dirt now, so there's not all that oak and chaparral and all of that for them. But if you look at the density like that in one little tiny spot in a huge mountain range, and tell me what's the population statewide, or at least the potential.
Well, in the 1980s, California had 10 to 15,000 bears. 2014, 30 to 40,000 bears. And it says on here the current is 49 to 71,000, but I think it came out. Yeah, it came out to where they're saying it's closer to 80,000 plus.
That's probably within the city parks. That's not dispersed all over the state.
How many lions?
That's just in downtown Los Angeles.
So tell us, you live at Wickenburg. How often is there an urban lion that anybody sees or sees sign of in and around Wickenburg? You talk about lion habitat.
I got one on camera I see periodically, probably 2-3 times a month. Walks right through my property.
Yeah, and that's
big old Tom.
Somebody should just go look on the Hassayampa.
Yeah.
And look at the bear. And that's down in the flat ass desert.
Yeah.
Quit.
Yeah, to your point, back in the 90s, the Mozzolans right there backside of Bartlett had the highest black bear population for a long time.
Yeah. And they don't even have, that's not even a big high elevation mountain range.
4,500, maybe 65 max.
Yeah.
Where at?
The Motzalons, the backside of Bartlett, right there.
Oh,
that side of the Motzalons that face Bartlett. Back in the late 90s, we used to go in there all the time, and it's just you would, it's 3-1 all day. It was just insane.
You just go east to the skyline, and from Bartlett, it looks like it's a long way, but when you're on the other side, it drops off straight down and doesn't even make it all the way to Payson, and it's a very small area.
Yeah, the Wickenburg mountain range holds a nice population of mountain lion too. So
go over there, go over to Baghdad and all that granite country.
Yes.
Run over with mountain lions.
Yeah.
I find some property in Skull Valley in California, screwed the whole damn Skull Valley up. But you talk about lion country, oh crap.
Yeah. There's definitely some good country back there.
All the way from Kirkland Junction to Prescott Valley. Nothing but pure fun.
there's not a lack of them.
In Peoples Valley today, there are 4 female lions collared, radio collared. And they are living in and amongst the people dispersed around Peoples Valley. And people see them from time to time, and they think that's the coolest thing. And the realtor I was talking to, I said, well, everybody that loves seeing those female lions, they know they're raising kittens there. What do they think's happening to their goats and their sheep and their chickens and their little dog that disappeared? And there's posters all over, help me find Fifi. Well, why don't you go take Fifi's DNA and start checking lion turds?
Right. Yeah, I had a huge population of javelina. We probably had about 15, 20 javelina. They had offspring this year. That Tom came around. I think I got 4 javelina left. So that I catch on camera right now. He just decimated the javelina over here. So.
I had a ranch in the Guadalupe Mountains, and I bordered Texas. And we had a huge javelina population. We also had those Barbary sheep. I think in Texas they call them audads.
Mm-hmm.
And the lions first mucked out all of the Barbaries, and then they started whittling on the javelina. And, to be honest, I didn't miss the javelina at all.
No, that fuckers eat my cactus like it's going out of style.
Oh yeah.
I've landscaped my front yard. I think I'm on the 3rd time. They just decimate it. I had to put a hot fence up to keep them out.
I had a farmer. I was down in Maricopa, farmers, and they wanted me to come over kill every javelina there. It was so bad that they would drive in their yard, and those javelina had, the night he got crazy, he called me. It was like midnight because a javelina ran up and bit his tire on his truck and popped it. And he said, I don't care if you kill every javelina over here. They're messing my dogs up. They're tearing up my watermelon fields. If anything's not managed, they get out of control. Period.
Right. Have you turned down the heat on everything?
Now you got a pretty good group over there of just hunters. You have a lot of hound hunters over by you, Kenny, or just a lot of deer hunters?
A lot of deer hunters. There's a couple guys that run hounds, but nothing. I think Dustin's in Williamson Valley, so he's about an hour and a half away to the north. But there's a couple guys. There's one guy in Aguila, and then there's one kid local in Wickenburg.
So out of all your people, how many people hate hound hunters?
Dude, you asked me that this morning, man. You made me hit a wall. I don't know.
You just can't think of someone who comes out and says, "Screw them guys. Dog hunting needs to be illegal."
Yeah, no, there's not one. I cannot think about any guy that's ever said that. Sitting around a campfire or somebody being pissed off. You're sitting in your blind, and fortunately, hounds run by. You can hear them in the distance. I don't think I associate myself with those kind of people. So,
no, but they're definitely there.
They're more so prevalent out here where I'm at.
Why is it different out where you're at? Because you
Because
can't
there's more deer hunters.
You can't run dogs on bears, right?
No.
And the only thing you can run dogs on is coon and hog. So
Yeah.
we can run dogs on bears, lions, foxes, coyotes, coon,
Well, you can run coyotes,
bobcats.
around here. You know,
There's
there's too much private land. They monetized deer hunting. Made it where you got to have stock in it. Poor people can't deer hunt basically, and but they despise hound hunting until their feeders get torn up or they're eating up all my bait and I'm putting out my deer. You can't hunt during deer season, but come hunt all summer long.
So isn't this your topic tonight, Chris? Hunters against hunters?
Yeah, that's what we started out with. But as we started talking about that law, someone asked about the lawsuit, and it kind of, but it does. This lawsuit does kind of fold into everything.
Yeah,
Because there's some people that are going to be for it. But the thing is, when you come after dog hunting, you're dog hunters. But now you're coming after line hunting in general. All your deer hunters line hunt. All your elk hunters line hunt. All your predator hunters line hunt. Your bird dog guys line hunt. Everybody line hunts. Everybody line hunts. So now you're attacking all the hunters. Everybody that has a tag.
but like Jeremy's talking about, the deer hunters don't want the dog hunters. They don't want anybody hunting bear either, but nobody shows the mortality rate on fawns that bears create. Hell, as far as that, bobcats kill a snot load of fawns. And
Bobcats, coyotes, hogs, and bears are our 4 top tier.
and there's no longer any education system to let everybody in on the same page of how working together helps each and every bunch. You can go back to where I decided I'd had enough of our redheaded buddy when he asked me that question. I didn't give the answer he wanted, and I said, in my view, killing those coyotes, the government hunters are helping everybody. They did. And he wanted me to say they're just helping the rancher. Well, no, they're not only helping the rancher, because if they're killing coyotes and they're killing mountain lions and they're killing all those other predators, they're helping Joe Blow deer hunter. They're helping Joe Blow predator hunter. The coyote callers. I down there on Red Creek, north of Phoenix, there was a lion in there that preyed specifically on coyotes. We made sure that we did not hunt that lion, because he was doing everybody else a favor as well. But when everybody's working together, actually everybody is helping each other. One hand is washing the other. And it's not, we should take a stand against the government trappers because they're just helping them. They're getting federally funded or state funded to help the rancher. Well, that's true to a point. That's where their generation and that's where the focus comes from. But that rancher getting rid of those predators for his own behalf is also shoring up the wildlife population for the rest of us, and especially in the public lands, the national forest and the BLM and all that, because the deer population has an opportunity to thrive. There's more to it than just a shallow answer. And when we start getting pissy with each other, then all we're doing is shooting each other, and the antis don't have to do anything but throw more ammunition.
Hey, Benny, do you need bail money? Something we need to know about? All them sirens in the background.
This is Carlsbad, and New Mexico is pro-thug, and Carlsbad is full of thugs.
And drunk drivers.
So I was looking up 2008. I was trying to look at 2018 to 24 tag sales, but 2018 came up that there was 10,000 lion tags sold.
Yeah.
Right? 10,000. 100,000 and only 296 lions harvested.
Well, Chris, think about it. Every guy that goes OTC deer right now, you know, in
Any
2 weeks,
deer hunt, any
is
elk,
they're gonna have 2 tags. They're gonna have a black bear and they're gonna have a mountain lion. You know, it's customary because the time you don't have that tag is the time you see that goddamn mountain lion too. You know, so
the only lion I killed was when I was deer hunting, and it was right when I got back into dogs, and I didn't have my dog. I was just deer hunting down in 27, and seen a mountain lion, shot it. That's the only mountain lion I've ever seen, just out in the woods. Like,
well, to answer your question, your question is, do I know any hunter? I don't think there are too many hunters out there based on that statistic that do archery or even rifle that hate mountain lions or hate, you know, black bear, hate houndsmen. I mean, you can't. How can you be pissed off at somebody when it's like the #1 tag being sold? Then it's not even being interested.
And what did CBD do? They're not saying let's get rid of dogs. That's what they should have done, because there's probably more people that don't like dog hunters than that don't like mountain lion hunting. So now they tried to shift gears and say, no, let's just stop. Let's just stop what we're doing. That's all we want to do is stop it. We don't want to quit hunting. We just want to stop it till we can figure it out if we have a sustainable number.
Well, it's maybe a result of what you did last year. You know, they're like, holy shit, we got this guy that roadblocked us. Now let's go a different route. Let's try to flank him a different way.
But now you stepped out of a beehive, went into a hornet's nest, because now it's good for us, right? Because now
sheep people are really going to be fighting
sheep and deer.
fight.
Absolutely.
Sheep and deer. Elk, we killed a lion off an elk. We've killed lions off elk kills, right? That's
guys. I gotta go. Luke is in here trying to close up shop for the night.
all right.
So, good seeing you, Mr. Benny.
You guys have a good and keep
take care.
Sounds good.
All right.
Later. So now you're messing with everybody. Everybody, like you said, every deer hunter, drawn or OTC, you get a mountain lion tag.
Yeah.
You get a mountain lion tag. That's what I do. I buy a bear, mountain lion. I buy a over-the-counter bear, lion, javelina, and deer. That's what I buy.
Yep.
If I'm down there at the rendezvous and I got my longbow and a deer runs across the road, I'm going to try to kill it. I did before. And then you guys drove by and Diane started yelling at me. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. I honked the horn at you too.
Quit barking. I'm like chasing deer. There was 3 or 4 deer. 3 ran across. I went over and they took off, and there was another one trying to cross, and I was trailing him. And then Diane, they'd come by and they're side by sides, honking horns, yelling at me. So,
thanks, guys.
Get out of the road. I had my trailer and I was just parked in the middle of the road. I don't know, man. I think I don't, when it comes to hunters versus hunters on this situation, it's not in their favor, So really, I'm the one fighting it, or going to fight it, or going to stay on top of it. I've already been on the phone this week alone, hours and hours and hours, So I had people call me and say, who hates you? Who's going to back this? Who is there any hunter that don't like line hunting? And I said, man, there's really not a hunter out there that don't want to get a lion. They will spend $10 a year for the opportunity when it arises.
Yeah, I had a buddy down south hunting coos deer. He's like 250 yards away. We was about to take a shot, and he goes, "What the frick is that?" The same buck that he was about to harvest, guess what was tracking it? Frickin' Tom. Took the Tom first, lost the buck, and then finally got his buck later, I mean,
hell, you could have let the lion kill the buck, shoot it, save a bullet.
Right. So
no, especially out there in 31, the South units.
Yep.
It's long range shooting, right? You can sit up in glass for miles. I had a kid call me and say, man, You'll never guess what I glassed up in the middle. I'm talking the middle of nowhere. One of them hikes you had to hike in all day. He says, I was up glassing, and out of nowhere, a house cat. A house cat in the middle of nowhere shows up. Just out there. Thought it was a lion or a bobcat or something at first, but nope, it's just a house cat.
Nice orange tabby running around the woods.
Just running around. Yeah.
You better not run out while I'm there. I got one or two that might run him. They run everything else.
I think they should take all the depredation lions, catch them, and drop them off by the horses.
100%.
100%. Or the donkeys. I wonder how many donkeys over there by Oatman are actually killed by lions.
I'll tell you what, the donkeys at Lake Pleasant that migrate Lake Pleasant, Morris, and Wickenburg, shit, there's probably on Carefree Highway 8 or 9 a year hit by something, you know?
Oh, there used to be one hit every month on the road to Maricopa before it became anything. They had no fences. They had a 2-lane road. I seen a horse jump over a Camaro driving down the road because the car almost hit it. It hit the one horse. That horse made it, jumped over the Camaro. I know how it got there. Yeah, a hound hunter was out there trying to run a cat and it lost his dogs. I don't think the lawsuit will go anywhere. I mean, in order to, it's like me going to your house saying, hey, I got to pump your septic tank. Well, why? It's probably full. It's going to be full here in the next month or two. Well, how do you know? Did you look in it? No. But I know people. Another septic guy told me that your place is going to be full. I asked 3 guys. They said, if I don't come pump yours, it's going to overfull. Well, do you want to check it? No, but I tell you what, don't flush your toilet until we get a chance to look at it. It's just.
That's exactly what it is. That's probably the best analogy I've ever heard.
I mean.
And poor old Kenny's got to clean that toilet before you flush it.
Dude, you ain't telling. Just, corn floats. That's all I know.
Peanut sink and corn floats.
That's it.
I mean.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
Yeah, and the CBD, like you have to come at you and say, listen, we just did a flyover for the last year and we've been doing heat. We have, heat seek, and we only found that there was 920 lions. We've been doing this. We had a thermal. We've been in the day because the only way you'd be able to count every lion would be at night with thermal.
Right.
And that's not going to be that accurate because if they're in foliage, you're not going to be able to see them.
Well, you'd have to have a grid, and you'd have to have 10 people doing it every night, flying grids. I mean, it could be done, but you know how much it's going to cost to count every lion. Deer is a different story. I just watched a thing on the guy up here, a drone guy, and he's running around the thermals looking for a pet or something. And he sees something, a little dot, but that's all the only way he found it. This was in the day. And he zooms in and turns the camera off. You can't see it with his thermal off. It was a coyote. The coyote was standing in plain sight. But if you're flying helicopters, and those deer will run, right? Those deer will run. The lions aren't going to run.
Right.
They're going to lay down. They're going to not move a muscle.
You're on another note, talking about tags and stuff, like Jeremy, where you live, like how many bears are you allowed to shoot a year?
It's a draw and it's one. But I don't think we have
and there's
like
only
24 tags or something like that.
Okay.
You can't hunt bear there unless you get drawn now, right? But they just started that.
Year before last.
And they were killing big bears, right?
700-pounders.
In Louisiana?
No one hunts them. There's cornfields.
And they're corn-fed.
Dude, you ain't lying.
Wasn't it a 14-year-old kid or 12-year-old kid that shot one of those big ones?
I thought that was
I think he killed a 600 pounder. And I think the governor's tag went to a war vet, and he killed the 700 pounder.
Oh, the fat on that bear had to be 6-7 inches thick.
That's insane. Well, what I was getting to is, like Arizona, you're only allowed to get one black bear a year. New Mexico is the same way, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But you go up to Alaska. Alaska, you're allowed to get 5 black bear per season. 5. Yeah. But it's 5 tags, out of state license. I think with your hunting license, bear tag, last time I looked, I think it's like $550 or $650, right? And then I think it's every other tag's $350, Population control up there, Jesus.
Yeah.
California's going to have to resolve, go that way hopefully sooner than later. I saw
well, they do 2 tags. They have I think they have a 1,700 quota. Okay. 1,700.
That they hadn't met in 20 years.
It's like 1,000, 1,100, 900. It's not. It's worse than ours, right? So
right.
You got. Let's just take 40,000 bears, right? And let's just take 15% of those are females, and then let's just take 50% of those having cubs. You're not even killing a quota. The quota's not even killing those. You're not killing those, and you've got 80,000, right? I mean, it's crazy.
Well,
it's not just 15% females,
right? Well, I guess Governor Newsom released. He made a little public. It was a little thing in the paper today about how he increased elk tag permits because there's an area where the elk are just destroying the environment, and they're like, you got to get rid of these. So he's praising that he raised tags, and everybody's like, hey, moron, you're going to increase revenue and help out it increases revenue,
Well, an elk tag in California is like $1,500 already.
Yeah.
Or something like an ungodly amount like that.
I can tell you this. If they want to make some money and they can do a full-blown, unlimited bear hunt that costs $500 a tag, and out-of-staters would go over there and train them dogs, and they'd buy those tags. If a pursuit was $500,
right,
they'd make $1 million for people to go over there.
They don't see it in that fashion, though.
No,
but you ain't get a dent in it. Jesus.
No, if you have 80,000 bears, like you could kill 5,000 bears a year and still not catch up. No. You'd have to kill 10,000 bears a year because the other 70,000, let's just say it's 20% of the bears, right? Even half would be 35,000. So let's just say 25% of the bears, and you still have 15,000 sows. And let's just say 5,000 sows get pregnant with twins.
Yeah.
How do you manage that population?
And evidently the survival rate's, higher than 80%.
Yeah, Tim B. Hounds, exactly what he was saying up there in Alaska. They hire guys to fly planes and shoot black bear, and they're actually doing wolves too, what I understand, because they're trying to bring the caribou down, into the lower elevations, So the 2 big predators, they're literally paying people to execute black bear and wolves.
So they were talking about, and this is the way I think they're trying to get grizzlies in, is to kill the black bear population. But so Alaska has grizzly bears, right?
Yep.
And they're not out there killing every black bear there.
No.
Black bears are probably smart enough to stay away from the grizzlies.
Yeah, the grizzlies are in the grizzly territory. The black bears are like, the cockroaches running around, fornicating and doing exactly what they're doing and destroying the caribou. Just like the wolves. Both those predators are destroying the caribou population. That's what they're trying to do, is preserve the caribou. It's not hunters, it's the predators.
Mm-hmm.
Does California have wolves?
Absolutely.
I saw a article
they hate them over there too.
That was talking about the wolves dig the black bears up out of their dens and kill them while they're hibernating.
The wolves do. They probably do pull them cubs out. So bears don't really hibernate; they brumate. So they're just sleeping. Like they'll wake up and eat, or they could be woke up, but they're pretty groggy. You know what I mean? So even if a pack of wolves comes in, it could probably kill a bear. Did you see that thing on Yellowstone? Over in Yellowstone Park where the wolves, I think it was Yellowstone, maybe. And the wolves were chasing the bear that went up the tree, and in the background there's two bears fighting. Anybody see that one?
I didn't see that.
I should have saved it. So.
But if you ever go to Yellowstone, you got to go there for a week, and you will literally watch the wolves chase down a deer and rip it apart. I mean, it's the most incredible thing you'll ever see, and there's nothing you can do. It's insane.
If there's a black bear in the area, there's no grizzly. If you can't find a black bear, then there's a ton of grizzly.
Yeah, in Alaska too, you're allowed to put freaking Alpo out and bait them in too. You know, you're allowed to bait them. There's a bait season and everything.
I don't think you can even bait them in California. You could have people buy 5 tags, 10 tags, and they still wouldn't. I mean, they got 1,700 quota, and they're only killing 1,100.
What? When you talk about wolves, you know, I was looking up population. Idaho's got 1,000 plus. Montana's got 1,000 plus. They say Wyoming's 300 to 350. Washington's 200. Well, we all know, just like coyotes, eventually in time, those wolves are going to migrate down. You know?
Yeah.
Just like
coyotes. Go where the food is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised they hadn't tried to transplant some red wolves down here for the hogs.
Well.
Or some Florida Panthers or something.
I don't think we'll have a problem with hunters fighting hunters on this lion thing. I think every hunter's going to get involved on it.
Hopefully.
They should.
Oh, wow, they can bait in Idaho. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it, Tim. Let's go.
Well, he said his favorite words.
On an end note, how's your puppies doing, Kenny?
You know, dude, what a freaking adventure, man. It's you know, they're 4.5 and 5.5 months old now. The 2 sets, male and female. They're doing pretty good. They're coming into their bodies. They're, my 2 young ones, they look kind of funny right now. They got long ass legs and these small bodies. They're developing their personalities. They're pretty fun. I mean, they're annoying. They're out there freaking howling like crazy playing, but other than that,
barking.
Just barking.
So are Chris's.
Dude. So, but they're coming along. They're pretty cool dogs. I'm happy with what I did. So far. So there's a couple nights I want to shoot myself, but other than that, it's
I took a couple pups out.
That will continue, Kenny.
Yeah, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
You will question your life choices of many a night and day.
Well, I was last night. Last night I definitely was. So, but it's all good. It's a good time. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Good deal. Who's some sponsors at the rendezvous? You know them all. We got Marsupial. We got Canyon.
We got Marsupial. We got Canyon. Marsupial donated a lot of cool things. They got nice little raffle. Canyon, we got 2 55-quart coolers. Vortex sent me confirmation they're sending a package. I don't know what they're donating yet, but Vortex did donate something. AZ Meats, local processor who makes badass elk burgers, salamis. He donated up to a 250-pound animal, so basically an elk, one processing.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh darn it.
I have a taxidermist, but I can't say his name because he says he's too busy. But he says, don't say my name. I don't need no more work. But he donated 50% off a head mount.
That's awesome.
Shoulder mount.
Awesome. We got a local gun manufacturer, like I talked about. I'm working on that, getting get a nice over and under shotgun and a nice 9mm for auction for the raffle. God, what else, Chris? What else did I get?
There's someone else. You got the meat place.
I don't know, man.
I know we got to get a list together. We got one of these.
Yeah.
We got one of these to raffle off.
That's awesome.
And I was told if you guys want one.
Oh shit! You got the cornhole.
I got the cornhole board, which I should have loaded the picture. Has big A ZWDA. Next week we'll really push it.
Oh, Arizona Archery Club is donating.
That's what it was.
Yeah, local Arizona Archery Club here in Arizona, Phoenix. They're donating, so they're gonna. I don't know what yet, but they've already committed. So Eddie over there. So, yeah, trying to get some stuff.
What were you gonna finish saying about the buckles, Chris?
If you want one, oops, what is it doing? If you want one, you let me know, and I can order them and get them shipped.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
What's funny is I sent them this. I think I ChatGPT'd it and sent them something like this. And when they sent me the buckle, it was exactly the same. It just came out great.
It looks like my Ruby. That looks like one of my dogs.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. One of my kids said, "Did you put Stinker on there?" I said, "No." She makes me angry. Maybe next year I'll put a black and tan on to make
Jared happy. I can paint it.
Yeah. Yep. Hound trials are this weekend. So if anybody wants to go, this is the final weekend. Big potluck on Saturday. Huge raffle on Sunday. I mean, they got Traegers. They got guns usually. They usually have a lot of dog food. I mean, they just got – usually takes an hour and a half to get through the raffle.
Heck
so,
yeah.
There was one year that I bought a lot of tickets, and I didn't win one thing. Not one. I was like, damn, man. But the Hound trials, it's for the kids. A lot of kids got trophies. A lot of kids win, So that's kind of the reason we go. My kids got a ton of trophies and plaques hanging all over the place.
Are you going, Kenny?
I'm going to show up. I'm going to be up in Flagstaff this weekend. We got a family event up there, so I'm going to pop in. I'm going to bring my 4 window lickers and see what they do.
Hey, I got the same age dogs, and that 2 of them jumped in the water because they have a free-for-all at the end of the water race. You don't have to pay for, so you can just put them there. But there's a lot of dogs, and that little black and tan we got, Goober, he's crazy. He jumps in that water. He'll swim a little bit and then come back. So we just got to get him that's why you got to put him in with other dogs that will swim.
Right.
And we got an orange fence we put up because some of them dogs try to run around, and sometimes it helps, sometimes it don't. So we're going to put them in on the coon drags and stuff this weekend. But I'll have a coon there, so we'll throw your dogs on it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but that's over by Clint's Wells. You could check out Central Arizona Trailhound Association on Facebook. Or, I'd like to say go to azwda.com, but it's in the middle of – I should have waited till after the rendezvous to do it.
Damn, who got your website done? Who's that idiot?
I don't know, dummy. Stinking IT guy. Kenny sent me. The toilet guy sent me a guy.
Like, he's gonna give you a real shitty deal on this one,
but I did. No, he figured some stuff out. I figured some stuff out. I got all the pay stuff put together, so you'll be able to get on and then do a recurring membership. So,
did you give everybody the website to buy the tickets from?
That's azhhr.com. Yeah, I put it up there too. I'll put it back up there before we leave. There we go.
You coming, Jeremy?
I'll be there.
What day you getting here?
I'll be there Friday.
Nice.
He's driving from Louisiana. I got Oklahoma people that text me today and said, "Oh man, we forgot to put a kid on the dinner." I said, "Don't worry about it. We'll have enough for that kid." I think we used to have.
We'll feed him bear tacos or something.
Hey man, I make some good food. Just don't. Cody and Casey are the only ones.
Don't ask questions.
Just don't ask questions. And I'm out of my 20-year-old. My son ran in the other day. Said, hey, look what I found. I found another can of 2010 meat.
Jesus.
Write
Hey.
Casey's name on it.
Got
Bring
Casey's
it to the
name on it.
rendezvous.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, put it in the raffle.
Yeah, that's what I need to do is raffle that meat.
Aged meat.
Yep. All right, guys. I got to go pull some roast out anyways so I can make some tamales. I make tamales for the potluck. So I'm going to try to, I might make 2 of them this time. Keep everybody fed. My wife's making some good street corn stuff and a lot of food and a lot of big prizes.
Is that for this weekend?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, I'll bring tamales. I'll make tamales down at the rendezvous too. I usually whip up some egg burritos and I'll make some tacos, whatever I can make
Nice.
dirty, whatever I can make dirty. I even bring my new stove so Cody don't complain about it. I hadn't heard from Cody today.
Well, just bring enough Skittles. He'll survive for a couple
Yeah.
of days.
I tried to call him and he didn't answer and hadn't heard from him all day. So I don't know. Maybe he went to Mexico, chase a line. But oh God, I got a bunch of comments. Without saying, wait. Just quit, Tim. Kenny, do you know Eric Hunt?
I do not.
If you put a red tick on it, I want mine to catch game. Oh boy. Well, I guess I could put a coon or something on it. That way you'll see what a coon or lion or bear looks like next to a red tick.
Yeah, that's what I need. That way I know what one looks like.
Oh yeah, you're right. We didn't say retard 3 times, so Cody didn't show up. But all right,
Too
guys.
late now.
Yep. Kenny, I'll see you at the hound trials, and
Yep.
I'll see you in a couple weeks at the
See you
rendezvous.
next week.
Next week. I got crappers, and I even bring in a hand wash station.
Oh, civilized, man. That's awesome.
A little bit.
Damn.
You ain't
Yeah,
seen civilized.
My grandbaby's
I pack
daddy.
my wife, so I have to pack a shower and
My wife.
toilet tent and
My wife's coming this time, so now I got to call all my girlfriends and tell them not to come. And she's all, "Oh, is that lady we went to sushi with going?" I said, "Man, I don't know if she was going. I think she almost didn't go, right?"
Well, we weren't for certain if she was going to get
Yeah.
or not.
And then
she is.
So I'll tell her today. She'll be happy because I like her. So, but all right, guys. Until next week.
Take care.
Next week we'll get a list together. We'll talk about the rendezvous. And I think I put a post that if you guys are going to be late, the dinner's going to be $45. So, and if you have to buy it there, we're going to charge you even more than that.
What time's the dinner?
I don't know. What time we usually eat? 5:36, 5.
Right at dark.
Yeah.
8 o'clock's dark here.
Well, it depends on what time they get it done.
Yeah.
But
well, our main boss lady's kind of down right now. So
I guess her
it'll be up
daughter's
to
coming
us.
in to help. So if there's anybody out there, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care if she's in a wheelchair or not, she's gonna put your ass to work. So if you don't want to work,
she'll
you better
be
hide
bossing.
out.
Don't ask.
You better hide out because she's gonna grab you up. It didn't take long, it takes us maybe an hour to set up the tents because usually there's
About an
a lot of
hour to
people
take
there.
them down.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people there. Man, I got to dig mine out. Mine was the biggest pain in the ass, but it was a big one. And then they have someone smoking the meat. They got potatoes cooking, and usually they show up and they got a big tent they serve out, and you got a little line you go down. Most of the time, there's some leftovers too. We throw it in the burritos the next morning or whatever it is. So
That's awesome. Can't wait to eat.
all right, guys. Next week.
All right.
Later,
See you then.
gentlemen.
See you later. All right. azhhr.com. You guys got to get your dinner tickets bought or Diane will beat people up. If it's after the fact, it's going to be $45. So, and it's the 15th. Today's already the 12th. I'll talk to Diane, see if we can extend it a little bit, but I doubt it. If you can't get it to work, let me know. Zell me money. I'll sign you up. So, I think that's it. Let me see. Oh, Jeremy asked me if the price one of them buckles were too. Man, I'll have to double check because they charged me. I think they charged me an expedited shipping. So let me get a price on those buckles, and if anybody wants one, you can order one. Until then, we will see you at the Hound Trials this weekend. If you want to go, it's over by Clint's Wells. Go to Facebook, Central Arizona Trail Hound Association. They have everything on it. Other than that, keep your powder dry and stay safe out there.